Hey guys, Chris here. I'm making up some dough for some make your own pizza tonight with the kids, and thought I'd share my recipe. Nice and simple. If you're someone that buys pizza dough or buys bread, things like that, you can simply this recipe is kind of over the board. You can put it in a bread pan, make bread. You can use it with pizza dough. You can use it for I make some awesome baguettes. Oh, those you have to roll multiple times into each other, and then when you spread them out, you score them with a knife, and then you spray them with water as they're cooking, and they get crispy on the outside. The kids love them. Anyway, we're making pizza dough today, but it's all the same recipe. So I'm going to show you real simple and encourage you to try it. All right, you take your active yeast. Active means it's alive, so be careful when it comes out. All right, I'll try to put the information in the description, but 2 teaspoons of active yeast, and you want to store it in the fridge, either in the container it came in, or we put it in a mason jar. It's just so much easier. All right, now the yeast needs to eat, and it's like all of us love sugar, so you want to put equal parts sugar in. So I'm going to put 2 teaspoons sugar in the bowl. Okay, so and I'm using organic raw cane sugar. You can use whatever granulated sugar you want, but make sure it's equal amount. So 2 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons. Now, to mix them together, get them activated, you want to put in warm water. Not too hot, so you kill the yeast, but not too cold so it doesn't activate it. So you want warm. If you've ever had kids, and you need to give them some water or something like that, and you don't want them to burn their mouths, that's what you want to add. You want to add a warm enough, but not hot, if that makes sense. So we're going to put a cup and a third of water into here. And the cool thing is when it activates the yeast and it starts eating the sugar, it starts to do little bubbles up. So there's a cup and a third, and it's not too hot to put my hand under it. But it's a warm. All right, and then you can take whatever you want. I got my spoon here, and just kind of stir it around, mix it up a little bit, so you get a nice slurry. I'll show you what it looks like. A nice slurry mixture like that, and you start to see bubbles coming up. That means it's working. Usually people wait a couple minutes for it to activate, but as long as your yeast isn't 10 years old, and been sitting there for 10 years, you will be fine with it just like that, because we're doing super simple. Okay, at this point you want to put a teaspoon, so this is my teaspoon of salt in. I got pink Himalayan salt. Use whatever salt you want, but I use pink Himalayan, and I put that in, and then an egg. One of my chickens just laid. It's only like an hour old, so you put an egg in, and voila, you got your slurry. I'm going to just stir it up a little bit, get that egg broken, get going in there. All right, so I got this liquidy. You can smell the yeast just going. And the egg is mixed pretty good in there. You can whisk it if you want. I'm just using a spoon. Like I said, easier the better. And it takes like 5 minutes to do this. Nice and simple. All right. And then you take your flour. I have my unbleached all-purpose flour. You put 3 cups of flour in. All right. This is a 1.5 cup measurement. So I got 1.5 cups. Another 1.5 cups. So I got 3 cups. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little and just pour it over here, where I will be kneading the dough. I don't need it, but it needs kneaded. All right, so I'm just going to stir up my mixture with the flour in it. And if you never stirred flour in, it's simple. It starts liquidy, and then it gets chunky. Just do it up. Don't be afraid of it. Nice and simple. And you want to get it so it's a nice, it's not sticking to the sides. So that 3 cups of flour should just be perfect to do that. And you're going to actually end up kneading all this together, which is going to make a nice dough ball. So I just mixed it up. Nice little mixture. I'm going to put it over here. And it all falls out perfect. Keep the bowl, because you're gonna reuse that. Get all the dough off the spoon, okay? Because you want all the dough in there. All right, now, simple enough. You ready? You push it down, and kneading it is so simple. You just fold it over, and I use my palm. You push your palm into it. Fold it over, push your palm into it, and you do this for about 5 minutes, okay? So you do this, and you might need to add a little more flour, because if it's sticky at all, you want to add a little more flour down on top. Don't be afraid to get flour everywhere. It's a fun part of cooking, all right? So you need this for about 5 minutes. Now, I'm just going to skip ahead just for time's sake, but say it's been 5 minutes of me just folding it over on itself and pushing in, using my muscles on it, and kneading it, okay? Then all I'll do is I will take this, make it into a ball, okay? Here we go. Put it in the bowl, and then I will take a clean cloth and I will put it over it. And if I have the stove going, or I have a warm place that I can put it, I will just put it on there, or some people just leave it on the counter for about an hour. When you pull it out, it's doubled in size because the yeast will help it grow, and it's doubled in size. You pull it out at that point, knead it a little bit more, cut it up into whatever, take your rolling pin, today I'm doing pizza, take your rolling pin, roll it out into things, throw your sauce on it, your toppings, and you're good to go. So simple, so cheap, anyone can do it, it's awesome. Take care, God bless.